now that you've come to the end of the Lights in the Sky tour, what are your plans for 2009? Like, do you think you'll be touring more?
Well, what's going to happen is Josh, our drummer's leaving. This is his last show, and also Alessandro, our keyboard player, is also leaving, which I'm going to announce during the show. So we found a great new drummer, Skidalon Ruben, who's quite young, but actually quite good. And we're going to go out as a four-piece to do the rest of the shows we have. And we've thought a lot about it. And the production that we're doing, that you've seen in LA, which will be the last night tonight, it's been a lot of work, and it's been something I'm really proud of. You know, we spent a hell of a lot of time trying to think it through and get the video and everything right. But the downside to it is it also becomes kind of a trap where the set becomes pretty rigid because it's like a play almost that evolves. So it's much more difficult to do things on the fly. It's meant to develop a certain way. So really this last month of touring has kind of beaten us down into secondary markets. You know, some of the shows have fairly bad turnout. I think this is part of the economy and relevance, perhaps. I don't know. But so we thought about it. We thought to make it fun, let's just go back down to the opposite of what we're doing, a kind of all white light, just about the band playing. Let's play everything. Let's get rid of all the kind of bloat, and every night's a radically different set list. We've got new guys in the band now. We just split it up and change it up. So we're playing Australia. We have a handful of shows we have booked down there, and then we're doing some ones up in the Pacific Rim. Then we have a month off, and then soon we will be announcing that we're going to be doing an amphitheater tour in the U.S. Starting mid-April. That'll last for a while, and then with another cool band, that'll be the surprise thing. I can't really say.
That's great.
And then we're going to go to Europe and do a few festivals, and then by mid to end of summer, then I'm going to put the brakes on Nine Nails for a while and work on probably a new record and some other non-music related things. But the grind of just tour is like, I need to see my dogs.
What are non-music related things?
Well, there's been a number of other projects that have been, for the last 5 years, I've been saying I want to do. And then it gets pushed on the burner of back burner, you know, while I'm getting tired of playing the same songs every night. So that involves trying to make this television series thing for Year Zero come to life. There's some software developing that we've been discussing doing with the story company to actually do that. And just put a good year of effort into that, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then I can quit saying, you know, what I want to do is, hey, I tried it, it fucked up, all right, back to music. Or it worked, and you know. But the music climate is so difficult right now, you know, that I'm not giving up by any means, but I kind of feel like I need to, feel like I've been rolling a boulder up a hill for the last couple of years. Trying to convince a public that feels like everything should be free.
Right.
You know, well, please come see a concert then, maybe, you know. And you've got a very apathetic kind of, blog culture in the world of music is good in some ways, and I think it's bad in some other ways. And I think as, I'm just writing that on here for a second. You make an album that you put your life into, you spend a year or two working on it, and it's consumed so fast. You know, the minute it leaks, people have judged it and reviewed it the first minute that they've heard it. No one's actually sitting down and taken time and spent time like people used to. You know? And that becomes kind of defeating as a musician to think that you know, it's all about collecting. It's not so much about spending time with things. And like Brett, my assistant, who's 26, has been on a vinyl kick. And I asked him, why are you getting vinyl? You know, and he's like, because I like to sit down. It's an event. I have to sit down, put the record on, spend 20 minutes with that side. You know, it becomes something you do. Aesthetics of a piece of art with it. You know? That's the world I grew up in, and I miss that. And I'm not assuming it's going to come back, but I think as an artist, you try to make a piece of work, and it's a weird time right now.
The internet just makes everything so hyper fast. You know, tickets. I remember camping out for tickets. You don't do that anymore. You just do it online, or there's a pre-sale, or you know. And you're right. Like as soon as an album is leaked, track by track, or even snippet by snippet, It's on YouTube. It's on a million different blogs, and it's
Wait,
it's
so how do
fast.
you listen to music then?
Well, when iPods came out, whenever that was a few years ago, at first I thought, I'm into technology, but it felt weird to me, and I
Really?
thought, I don't know. Not that I love CDs, but it felt kind of, now music is just a file,
Mhm.
And
A varying quality can be really shitty, low quality, which
yeah,
I think ruins a lot of work that
and
goes.
the terrible headphones they give you with it. And
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird as video. If you walk into a Best Buy, you're barraged by the highest fidelity video. But
Yeah.
sound of music, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
As long as I get more of it in my. But then I realized after I had an iPod for a while, I listen to a lot more music because I have access to shit I wouldn't carry around with me all the time. But it's changed the way I listen to music. But I'm just moving into a house, and for the last probably 5 years, I've been kind of between hotels and couches and rental places, and I've never had a place to set up a place to listen to music, and kind of experience music. So I'm really looking forward to sitting in one spot,
And settling and
taking stuff out of my suitcase.